Hello and welcome back to the Old World Blues. We're continuing on with our great big People's Republic of Canada, People's Freedom of Canada, People's Crazy Communist Nation of Canada, where everything is 1984. And, but I don't know, probably better than the alternative. It's Fallout. Things are all kind of a mess. We are the People's Front, the Canadian People's Front. We are getting prepared for war with the Republic of Three Rivers today, who actually wiped out the Kingdom of Manitoba over here. My goal today is to definitely wipe out Three Rivers and the Gateway. And if we can, finish up the rest of Canada. Figure out where we decide we want to go, whether or not we want to do all of Canada from coast to coast. Well, from coast to Great Lakes, or whether or not we just go for like the end of the tree. I've been noticing on a few of the other focus trees in Old World Blues is that the last event often has some sort of special final challenge to say, you've unlocked everything. You're probably ready for a big make it or break it. So we have a big war goal to take a ton of land from the Republic of Three Rivers. We are pretty low on manpower, and we are hurting on circuitry. We are starting off with some technology right away this morning. I mean, let's just keep things rolling on this front. Though I don't want to let them catch up too much, because as far as I know, we still have pretty advanced tanks. They are at war with the Gateway, who is pushing back a little bit. I'm trying to remember where exactly we were. So we have all of our tanks down here. We have our power armor was going to push up the Dawson Bay and Hudson Bay City and try to cut off the Gateway from being able to take anything else, while the rest of our troops just like pushed straight down. We've got gun ports for our cars. We'll grab some engine overclocking. Get them maxed out as much as we can. Long range radios. I feel like we're doing pretty good on encryption. I guess we could always do with better radar. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, when we last left off, we were bringing out the noose. So we were about to go under a massive military reform. And in particular, the next thing was going to give us 1,000 manpower. So I said when we hit 1,000 manpower, we were going to take that opportunity and go to war at that point. Now, it does actually seem like the Gateway is pushing back here. They just took a bit of land. I'd really like to make sure we get Hudson Bay City. The Washington Brotherhood, has declared war on the Pass Keepers. So we might now have the Brotherhood. They're for sure going to steamroll these guys. And we're going to have to deal with the Brotherhood on our western flank. That could be very dangerous for us. So I am going to build some fortifications. Down along those entranceways. We have our kind of southern wall down here. But I tell you what, we're also going to advance that with some of those bunkers. Protected storage. Okay, our tanks have all the max level stuff right now. Though we are going to unlock sophisticated tanks in not too long a time. Common energy weapons is only 0.2 years ahead. A lot of tech. A lot of tech is only 0.2 years ahead. I don't know that we need anti-air, but if we end up fighting the Brotherhood, it might not be a terrible idea. We could build some robots We have a bunch of ahead of tech penalties for robots. Yeah, things are going to get really busy for us very, very soon. And we can't get any more advanced computers. We're about to hit our tech wall. If you suspect your neighbor is a free thinker, report them to the nearest blossom. They can get the proper care that they deserve. Ooh, yeah, look at this. Gateway's pushing big. There's no way that the Gateway wins this. He says. 5,000 to 8,000 manpower versus 3,000 to 6,000. I mean, I suppose it's possible, but I would be very surprised. I would more likely suspect that they overextend themselves and then get cut off. Because this war has been going on with the Gateway for so long, I'm a little bit... I was kind of hoping that they would just beat the Gateway. And then I could move in and deal with the rest of the problem. Sweep them all up at once. Let us recruit some spies for the Washington Brotherhood. And we do have a lot of caps to spend. We have a lot of caps to spend and a bunch of stuff to core. So we will keep coring. I'm going to buy some more laser muskets here. We almost have... We do have enough that we can start buying laser rifles. Everybody else, not so much. Not so much at all. Support equipment. Would be kind of nice if we could buy that stuff. Can I sell these guys like ballistic weapons? Yes. I don't get any money for it, but I do get opinion. I can't believe this, but the Passkeepers are beating the Washington Brotherhood right now. And Coover is also fighting them. So maybe I don't have to worry about that. Laser rifles, muskets, robots. It is 2280 in the Fallout universe. And we do have a bunch of stimulus packets we could deliver. How are our places doing? 4.2. You're at 100%. Let's upgrade Calgary. You're at 44. Prey Stable, and the other one is Safe Haven. I'm going to invest in Safe Haven. We're going to invest in the... Great. Okay. Pause. I could add a level 2 radar station in Safe Haven. We're going to do that. That's a good use of our caps. Calgary has gotten another trade route. It says it's using both of them, though, so I'm a little bit confused. We've got some advanced tools. We'll probably pick up... let's say housing. And then we've got our 1,000 manpower now, so... let's go flowers for harvest. And then we're going to unlock advanced infantry next. So this has gotten a little bit screwed up, but I feel okay about it. We're going to go to war with the Republic of Three Rivers to take our claimed states. I think everybody is ready for this war. Where do Fallout 2 and 3 take place on this map? 2 is in California. 3 is in DC. So 3 takes place... No, it takes place in the other DC. It takes place in capital DC, over here. Fallout 4 also takes place over here. In and around Boston. Fallout New Vegas takes place right here. This is basically the entire New Vegas map. You start in Good Springs. You go down to Prim, Nipton, loop around to the rep contest site outside of Novac, make your way kind of up to Helios 1, Hoover Dam, and then into New Vegas. Well, Freeside's then New Vegas. Fallout 76 takes place in West Virginia. Yes. Which is like here-ish? All along the Appalachian Mountains. You have to sing Country Road, Take Me Home the entire time you play. All right, lads, let's go to war. I think it's wartime. I hope we're ready for this. Spec Ops in, tanks in, riflemen in, Vanguard in.
What's up?
So we got those two guys are going there.
Hello, sir.
These two guys, my power armor is going here. I actually lost Hudson Bay City. I didn't realize. It's okay.
Hey there. Hello, sir.
These tanks are going to just steamroll everything. This is going not as well as I thought it would up here. Aha! You know why, though. Because the blimps aren't in. I'm going to put one team at blimps on my tanks. I'm going to put one team on my spec ops, and I'm going to put one team on, I think actually just the riflemen. And I'm going to put them all on CAS, close air support. So we're just going to say that. And correct me if I'm wrong. I actually have enough to form another entire air wing here. So they're going to go in with the Vanguard also on close air support. This basically means I have a bunch of blimps that are just going to follow my armies around and shoot machine guns from the sky. These guys have 0 airplanes. So they're going to have a tough time with this. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war, and it never changes. I had no image in my head about the Appalachian Mountains. Now I've seen enough brain rot skinwalker TikToks to at least know what they look like. Oh, they're super nice. Where I come from, on the Isle of Newfoundland, the Appalachian Mountains actually come up here on the west coast, which is crazy to think because the Appalachian Mountains are down here. But because of the way that the tectonic plates existed, we also have them on the west coast. It's very confusing, but cool. I'm starting to wonder, do I need some of these guys on air superiority? Superiority. I guess I could put... the Vanguard guys on superiority. And just have them watch the cache right now. Because I want to make sure that we are able to crush these guys here. Because currently we're doing a bad job at that. All right, those guys have wrecked that. Man, I cannot believe the Gateway has made this push. We're going to take our entire Spec Ops team and we're going to move them. Probably right here. These are all of our power armor guys. And honestly, I think I'm just going to do something stupid like that and just say go. Because everybody seems to be doing okay. The blimps are going to help me win that section.
Hello. What's up?
And the tanks are going to win everything on this front.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
We've cut off a bunch of their troops here.
I'm gonna send you packing.
Which I'm super happy about. I have a tank here that's just kind of rolling through my territory.
Hello, sir.
Not sure how I feel about him.
Sir.
But it feels like we're just going to eat all of these guys alive right now. It's all looking pretty promising. You guys are going in there. You guys are going in there. You're going in there.
What's up?
Those guys are getting ready to attack that way. Yeah, this is good. This is fine-ish. We're chewing through a lot of guys, but you know, that's bound to happen. There's only so much you could do on that front.
That's reminded me my sub had ended. Thanks, Agent, for all the fun.
There
I
he
have
is.
been going through a lot, and no pressure. But just hanging with you in chat has helped so much.
Yeah, I'm super glad. It's my pleasure. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you're vibing. I'm glad you're able to support with the primer sub for 2 months. Always here to help, my dudes. It is my absolute pleasure. And thank you for the support. We got more military factories. We're still really behind on these laser weapons, so I think I'm just going to throw 5 more factories in that front. And we can give an advancement to our tanks here. Tim's tanks.
Hey. Hello. Hello, sir.
I don't know what's going on over here with these guys. This dude is just like chewing through a ton of territory, comically. What the hell are y'all doing? Got some scrap bots unlocked. We'll start working on getting some protectrons just as defensive units. They aren't going to do much, but if we have a bunch of extra military factories, which we will have, then they do provide us with a little bit of extra firepower. Too many of my tanks are tied up down here, not breaking through to the front lines, which is where they are all meant to be.
Sir.
So I clearly still have 6 divisions of tanks down here, so...
What's up?
Why don't I tell you what, I'll give you 1 extra division.
What's up?
There we go.
Sir.
If y'all don't mind just crushing in on them. Getting rid of this stuff.
Hey.
One of you guys can move on them, on them.
Hey there.
Those two can do support fire.
You're no match for us.
Those guys are all moving in. Okay, that's all fun.
Hey. Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
I'm worried about the exact opposite problem happening right now, which is that the gateway is going to cut me off. So I think we really need to just burn some tanks down here fast.
What's up? Hello?
And get cruising. These tanks should be boogieing.
Hey.
If I don't take this point, I'm cut off.
Hello?
So even though these tanks are doing pretty bad on supply right now, I am going to rush them as much as I physically can across this river. Nice. Fantastic news for us is that the Troll War and the Super Mutants have also just gone to war with the Washington Brotherhood. And apparently the Pass Keepers. Uh-oh. We might have a massive Super Mutant problem on our West Coast. Hard work in the wellness mines last week has helped you. Big Sister is wise and knows best. Big Sister's doing a great job. I'm very pleased with her.
Hey.
Actually, let's just have you support. You support.
Hey.
And then when you're done, you can go over there. That order's not needed. That order's not needed. That order's not needed. Not at the moment.
Hello, sir.
All of these tanks can go like here. Basically.
You're mine.
These guys are going to surround that tank and wipe him out. Fantastic.
Sir.
And then they can just help this push in.
Hey there.
Go.
Hey.
These guys are all going. These guys are all going. You can move in there. You can move in there.
Hello, sir.
All of my Spec Ops teams.
Sir.
And I guess go there for right now. And then these are a bunch of Vanguard units. That got confused. They can go here.
Dodge this.
Okay, tanks need to keep pushing. Ooh, Poseidon Energy Schematics. We just got back a unique pre-work company. Gives us power station construction speed, electronic tech research speed, and energy cell gain. Right now we have bonuses to energy weapons, so I don't know that we're going to be changing that, but I guess if we ended up going very heavy into robot stuff later, we could.
Hello.
Just gonna have you guys do something stupid like that. And yes. I feel like all of our troops are in a good enough position here that they can just keep pushing in.
Hello.
So I'm gonna let them wherever they can. Flowers for harvest. All right, we're going to unlock sophisticated infantry tech.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks. Sir?
Okay, I just want all of you guys moving in this way. I want my tanks going that way.
Decent meal in weeks.
And I want to cut off the gateway as much as I possibly can. They are being somewhat pushed back here.
Hello? Sir? Sir?
Y'all just keep going, keep pushing. We've got more military factories. I'm catching back up on laser weaponry. It says, I don't think that's true. I'm going to get one more dog here. And maybe we'll do like 5 more things for power armor. So the wellness mines, underground therapy spas. Join us in the wellness mines.
Sir? Hey.
Oh, don't mind. It looks like we're crushing the rest of this resistance. This pièce de résistance.
Hello?
Our tanks here have got most of this. They did push over to Grand Rapids. But that's okay. Keep a bit of research going. Oh, I gotta be worried. We're at war with the old believers here as well. But seeing as our guys are finishing off the rest of these little pockets of troops.
Hey there.
I think we can probably move our Spec Ops team all the way here. Start cleaning up some of these lines. I actually don't need anybody on that line. Let them all just pincer.
Hey.
That's just about finished.
Hello, sir. Sir?
These guys are just about finished.
Sir?
We'll add a little bit to that encirclement. A bunch of these tanks are not on the front line. So we're going to have them move up. Try to gather as many of these
Hello, sir.
remaining locations. Winnipeg-wa. And I'm just going to keep throwing everybody on move forward. Move forward at all times. Oh, man, what else do we need here? Is the infantry down? 0.6. So, yeah, and we actually just unlocked sophisticated tech, which we're not even close to doing. But let's start getting these better laser weapons. We've taken Stoon, which is another economic zone.
Damn! This is hopeless! Hello? Come on!
Those guys are all finishing off that.
Sir?
And this is looking decently pincered as well. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have this tank move up here, and we'll push up to Rock Ridge.
Hello?
Maybe up to Grand Rapids if we can pull that off. The more score we steal here, the better for us. So, well, might as well steal what we can. Everything we can. Shakel, hello. How does the Endless March of Big Sister do? It's going pretty well. We're a bit low on manpower at the moment, but I think it's a pretty small price to be paying. Here is our Vanguard deployment. Having wiped out that pocket.
Hey.
So I guess let's move them. Here? Sorry, not Vanguard. Those are the riflemen. We're going to move them there. We're also going to move... These guys can move from the catch to... I guess Western Manitoba. I can't even get to Central Manitoba, it looks like. I'm not sure that we have enough air bases for it. I don't know that we have any air bases over here. So we're mostly fighting without air support, it looks like.
Hey there.
Well, we'll have 20 division of riflemen move over here and just start pushing in.
Hello.
As we also have a couple of tanks move up here and push the rest of this.
What's up?
Handful of guys have gotten caught over here with the old believers. But I think that's okay. Everything is moving so fast right now that they seem to just be pushing our way through wherever we need to. I keep just getting more and more free military factories. It's very confusing. Because I don't... I guess it's because we're conquering all this land is why. Sitting here like, where is all this stuff coming from? Permanently adds an operative slot to your nation. That's a good upgrade. Production efficiency growth would also be nice. So with some grain solicitations. Now, we are also, of course, and this is the part that I have not really prepped for, going to start having problems with manning all this territory. We got wasteland pacification. We do have some cores we can grab. We do have a core we can grab. We definitely do not have the manpower to be in most of these zones right now. So I'm going to bump him to extensive patrols, I think, and hope for the best. What I'm kind of thinking is with the advent of robots is that I can deal with a lot of the robots. I can have a lot of robots basically be working on garrison stuff. And I mean, we can always just root out resistance in some of these areas too. Ooh, big pocket back here in Stoon. And I guess here is going to be the other spot for now.
Hey.
I'm not sure what groups we have here. We have tanks, we have spec ops, and we have Revolutionary Vanguard.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
So I will just also add some offensive lines over here.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
And then I'm just going to let everybody go bananas. There's our fission batteries for robots. I think we'll go with protectrons.
Sir?
I really want these tanks all the way up here, if possible, to Grand Rapids. We're going to end up in a big war with the Gateway, so... The great news is that the Gateway is not going to have the production capabilities we have. I think. I certainly hope. Somehow I'm making manpower at the moment. That feels like it can't possibly be correct. How are we in this war? Shockingly, not that far along. We got some economic resurgences happening. So many new willing comrades being taken in on this war. You need manpower to direct and oversee the robots, but I'm being a rotten Robbie with that reply. I mean, it's still less manpower than we need for whatever the hell else our manpower is doing.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
You guys could go all the way to there, please.
Hello?
Delete, delete, delete.
What's up?
Carbine struts for the planes. Let's grab division recovery rate over here. I have dockyards all of a sudden. I'll start making canoes. I guess.
Hey. Hey there. Hey there.
Okay, so most of these guys don't really have objectives anymore, so I'm just going to have to start manually pushing them in.
Hey there.
Yay! Capitulated! That's a lot of capitulation. We've also unlocked the tool of the proletariat. And Big Sister's Hellfire. So we just get them. Wow, it's not even... There's not even a peace conference between me and the Gateway.
What's up?
Oh, I guess there will be a peace conference just closer to the end. Jeez, I have 1,400 of these scrap bots. How many robots do I have? 500 security robots, 250 combat robots. 1.4K support robots. So these guys need a command bot who I don't have unlocked. Other than that, they just need light robots, light robots, light robots. I guess it depends on how I want to use them. Like this would be a combat robot division. But I could also build like a garrison robot division. We think about it. We'll have a hockey match between all the ministers, and whichever team loses has to oversee all the robots. Winnipeg, love the names. Good old Winterpeg. Okay, what are all you guys doing? Can you go that way? Free military factories. I mean, I feel like I don't want to use all the military factories because I'm for sure going to lose a bunch of them. Here's a question. Can these guys here just go that way? We just walk right in here is the question I have. I think the answer is yes. Man, my tanks just go over everything. The Iron Alliance wants to send a division and earwings as volunteers to help us out. Who are the Iron Alliance? These guys. Bull Eater. A Comanche warrior who left his people behind years before on a soul-searching quest determined to chase his own destinies and forge his legend away from the ties of his people. I don't really need your volunteers, so I'm going to say no. I'm just going to keep capturing these cities because it should capitulate these guys pretty quickly.
I've got this one. Hello.
You guys are all riflemen. Can you come down there? This war's got to be...
Hey.
This war's got to be over.
Hey.
There we go. All right. First off, we're taking these states. He automatically got back Hudson Bay City. I have 820 war score. Obviously, part of me is wondering, like, what is he expecting to take here? Maybe I give him the Porcupine Hills, but take the North End for right now, because that's the capital. That's a really good province to take, because these are really good choke points. Let's start with these demands. He is contesting all of this. I can't let him do that because it would cut my country in half. So I'm going to take all those. Again. And it looks like I have enough to take also all of this. possibly all of this guy as well. Yeah, I have enough to just take it all. He's got a couple of small navies. We'll take one of them for now. We'll take the rest of them. Can I just demand all this territory that the Gateway took as well? It kind of looks like I can. I'm worried about what it's going to cost me to try and control all this. But if I'm going to go to war with these guys anyway, why not just demand everything? They get nothing from the war and I take everything? I don't understand how this works. We annexed 3 rivers. We annexed the Old Believers. We seized a ton of equipment. We took 51 states. The Gateway is for sure going to go to war with us. Do we have all the DLC, Jokum? Yes, we do.
Hey.
Or at least roughly all the DLC.
Hey there.
I don't know what the People's Militia are doing. They're just guarding the border down here with Standing Rock. Okay.
Hey there.
Our tank leader has leveled up. Motorized enforcers. I don't know that we're using... What are on our tank divisions? Motorized infantry and tank platoons. And mobile chems. Experience gain might honestly be okay with him. We're not using motorized enforcers. We could use motorized fire teams. Let's grab experience for right now. It don't hurt. We're going to form my tanks on a front line here. My spec ops, I think, could push in through there.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
The Vanguard could push with the tanks. And then the riflemen will take half of them here. And then the other half of them here and here. That ought to keep everybody busy for a while. $85, $75, $80, $80. We'll just core these. Keep coring. You guys are on Wasteland Pacification. You definitely don't need to be. You're very, very good. We could probably put you on sporadic outposts. That would ensure we'd also get more resources. I'm going to say you guys could also go sporadic outposts. Manifest Hope are fully compliant, so they can go sporadic outposts. These guys can go sporadic outposts. Pacification. Pacification. That's going to be really expensive. So a lot of this territory we basically already have claims on. Which is fantastic. Which is absolutely fantastic. We're going to send out some power armor scabs. And then we're going to start justifying a war goal immediately against the gateway. Which we're going to need more political power to do.
Hey.
Another tank division has come out. What do we need? I'd love to start getting some robots built. We're 8 days on robots. Maybe I just hold off on shifting those factories around. We got so many factories from that. Never mind. We could definitely put some out. 5 on tanks, 5 on lasers. Maybe another 5 on power armor. And then when those robots come, we can put 5 on them. If you like playing with mods, most total conversions do not need all the DLCs. Yeah, this mod actually needs basically none of the DLCs. It does have stuff for the intelligence agencies. But I want to say that's pretty much it. Do I need to know anything about the Métis Congress? Probably not. There are our commercial protectrons. Oh yeah, we have a bunch of these guys. So we can start making robot divisions. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to duplicate you. And I'm going to call these guys Robo Garrison. And we don't have to use them everywhere. But considering that we do not have enough manpower right now for all of our locations, I think it'd be good. I need 12 infantry equipment and 2 dogs. And they'll cover the whole kingdom of Manitoba. Can I put you guys here as well? You need a little bit more infantry equipment. Oh, you need a lot more support robots if I do that. Oh, you both need a lot more support robots. Okay, garrison. Big Sister's Hellfire unlocked. We're going to take revolutionary tactics. We've almost finished the military reform. I'm going to just start pumping out robots, I think, at this point. I have a ton of broken infrastructure, which makes sense. Does the Church of the Silo have nukes? I feel like that's a good bet. I don't know. With a name like that, you'd think they might. They certainly got me concerned they might. Tanks, I want you to move to the pass.
Hello.
Spec Ops, I want you to move to the pass.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
Vanguard, You can come up that way.
Hello.
Nice. We got more advanced laser weapons. We can also upgrade our power armor. That's going to require so much juice. And then I think what I'm going to just do with these guys is just go like this.
Sir. Hey there.
And I think I could put the entire rifleman division probably on that move order for whatever way they decide to go through. North Dakota, sixth largest nuclear power in the world. China just passed them recently. Trying to determine that last stream. Not familiar with the part of the U.S. I was wondering if it was a grain silo or a Minuteman silo. I believe the answer we came up with was it was actually the setting of a YA series, and there was both a society focused on grain and another focused on the bomb. The POWs. What are these guys right now? Mostly robots. Couple of skidoos. Handful of infantrymen. Some spec ops. I feel fine about this. Moving my guys around did not work properly.
What's up?
I wanted half of them over there. Half of these guys here. Okay, let me just finish very quickly doing these orders. Does that work? I don't think it did. Okay, and these guys would basically just be like that. Okay. Revolutionary tactics. True Blossom thought. The death stare given by our chairwoman is a sight not uncommon to find when presenting new ideas. Whether it be for the government or her pride in the Blossom army, any new ideas will give you that soul-crushing death stare. In this meeting, 3 officers are trying to pitch their doctrines to the big sister, all getting their souls turned to dust every time they open their mouths. 3 officers and 3 plans now lay in front of Therese, each different and unique, but not born from the great mind of the chairwoman herself. The first brought is by Kasparov, centered around creating breakthrough in the enemy's lines. Selected units will be given the best of the best equipment and tasked with identifying and exploiting weak links in the enemy to drive the revolution into the rear. Once in the rear, these units operate inside enemy territory, causing chaos to disrupt supply lines and morale. The second plan, created by Sergeant Rusanova, is one commonly seen in older revolutionary states, mass conscription, stating that the revolution must harness the manpower of the commune and grind the enemy down with pure spirit. Lastly, Blavatsky advocates for a completely unorthodox idea, the introduction of a new tank force. The plan would entail raising a new armored force to rival the former battalions the CPF once had in its heyday. However, fears brew over this plan, as the last time Redmond commanded a tank army, it ditched the big sister in her greatest time of need for a false prophet. Now, we are going to be taking those tanks. Grand Red Army, war from the rear. No, human tanks will crush the enemies. We unlock the Steel Blossoms. So this finally gets rid of our military reform problems. Ooh, got another power armor division.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
So I'll just make sure that everybody is trained up right now. And we are going to get advanced tanks, so. Just taking the Canadian far north so you can have a consolidated border? I mean, basically, yeah. I just don't want these guys attacking us when we're not expecting it. The Troll Warren has declared war on the Passkeepers. The Passkeepers wiped out the Brotherhood. Hilarious. This does mean I might have super mutants on my border very soon. Which is a different problem. But a problem nonetheless. Can I not conquer all these things? I'm only allowed to conquer so many at a time, is it? Well, let's take these lower states then. We've unlocked basic drills. Okay, so we're caught up on military stuff there. Let's unlock Gatling lasers. They seem like they could be handy. I'm going to invest some stimulus packages in our economic nodes. Calgary gets an upgrade. Stone. I'm not sure what all of them are. Brandon. The north end is already maxed out. Calgary, Red Deer, and North Redmond. Okay. I would like to make sure that I have another blimp division. Not enough manpower. Okay. I'm going to turn all squads on pilot exercises. So that they can get a little bit better. Good God. I guess let's recruit a spy in the Troll Warren. I can't imagine how that would possibly work. I'm going to take a new citizen care package to get our compliance up faster. And then I'm going to build some water there and wherever the hell that is. And unlock sophisticated tanks. There's a lot going on, man. Shipyard in Manitoba in the game. We have a couple of shipyards. We actually have quite a few shipyards now that we've taken over 3 rivers. So all of these locations are naval bases. I guess Langdenburg looks like it's maybe the only one with an actual shipyard, though. Maybe Brandon as well. So we're working on them. Keep coring territories. We're getting bigger. Hello, and this is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and today I have something special for you. I have managed to get into a nuclear bunker and access to the launch panel of the missiles. But as you can see, there's a system to safeguard it, and let's see how fast we can get in.
Hello.
I would watch that Lockpicking Lawyer for sure. That sounds like a good one. More tank divisions. Vanguard is glowing up still. Armor hardening for our robots. We're going to pick up police protectrons. Military ships are usually made with variations of steel. They're capable of rusting and do that in well under 200 years. I mean, all of our ships are just canoes, so... And I actually don't have even a naval dockyard online right now. Ah. Battlefield Motors wants lower tariffs. I'll give it to them. That reminds me, we should probably talk to people and buy guns whenever we can. Buy guns, sell guns. Sell motorbikes. Sell some slashing weapons. I don't know if I've picked up any of this stuff around, but always good to have options. Huh, that was a different type of click. Launch sequence initiated. I would love to see that. So I don't think I need to worry about manning any of these borders until I hear that these people are justifying against me. At least that seems to be my impression. That troll warren is eating the pass keepers up. So I'm going to go back to refortifying my bunker slots here. Because that worries me a little bit. I don't know what my choke points are down here. It doesn't really feel like I have a lot of them at the moment, so... I guess there's a crossing here and here, here and here, here, here. I don't know that I need all of those to be bunkered. We'll pick up Big Sister's heavy guns, getting us more planning speed, more special forces. I'd rather just be a little safe than sorry. Scavengers come back with some old world loudspeakers. Political power gain, 10%. Nice. That is super, super handy. Love to see it. Bear cab, Fred now. Turned into a weremoose. Sister was bitten by a moose once. I think that's how it works.
Hey.
I do believe you immediately become a moose if that's the case. Tank divisions to the tank. Spec ops to the spec ops. Revolutionary vanguard to the vanguard, please.
What's up?
Okay. This is going to be prepared in the 16th of July. So we have 2 months before we go to war with the Gateway. And then options. This is a lot of uncored territory. It's an awful lot of uncored territory. Probably getting this guy who builds forts faster wouldn't be a terrible choice. Gatling lasers. Rocket launchers. The passkeepers are pushing back. But there's no way they can beat super mutants. I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked and then I'd be shocked. These guys do have a fire team on top of combined arms. Orc 47. Yeah, Orc 50. Yeah, there's not really anything else I'd need to do to those guys, so... I'm still down like 700 support robots. Everything else is fine. I have an insane amount of blimps in reserve, so we might need another division. That's the Quicksilvers. So let's keep going down this way. Justify war goals. Mountain gulags. We'll justify some war goals first. We're going to make another air wing of blimps, and we're actually going to then make another air wing of blimps. Stick them all on training. Get some more advanced power armor. And I guess, like, these guys can follow. We have spec ops, tanks, vanguard, riflemen, and we'll have one, I suppose, follow the militia reserves. North Couver is taken in a raid by Broken Coast pirates. Can the Couver Union hold on to North Vancouver? Only time will tell. We will have to see. We got police protectrons. Let's grab CNC bots. We'll swap these guys over to police protectrons, which will be slightly better for everything. You thought moose could swim? Because isn't there a whole thing about moose fighting orcas? Orcas eat moose. It's a little bit different, yeah. The moose eat, I guess, seaweed, like the jetsam and floatsam, and then the orcas come up and they grab the moose and they pull them underwater. I wonder if blimps would do well against troops that almost exclusively carry weapons, i.e. super mutants. I can't imagine these guys have much of an air force. They have no airplanes. They've got a huge army. 17 to 22K. They have an army that's as big as ours, but it's all super mutants. The good news is that their empire is really spread out in a very bizarre way. And I have extremely good choke points for fighting them. The bad news is that they probably have behemoths, which I think no matter how well I'm dug in, can probably push me back. Behemoths? 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 Orcas do, in fact, eat moose? Yeah. They fight but not successfully for very long. Feel like I really got to be reinforcing that border. So here's the thing. I will know when they start going to war with me. I will get, like, alerts. Just in case. Why don't we expand our radar stations up a little bit? Get some more coverage over there. Okay, we have an airbase over here in Brampton. We have lots of air bases on that border. Probably could upgrade the one in Safe Haven. Not really seeing any good spots down here. What about Stoon? Okay, Stoon has an airport. Stoon should also get maxed out on infrastructure. Any of the trade hubs should pretty much be maxed out on infrastructure. This is how we get around. So if I can at least also increase some of the roadways across the country, I think that would be smart. Obviously, my eastern border, not so well protected. But I also feel like these guys are a lot less aggressive. Behemoth. 2 super mutants and biplanes strafing a passenger blimp. We could see them carrying Gatling guns without any trouble at all. Yeah. I feel like they're more likely to attack the nearby people than they are to attack me, but I have to see. We are starting to get into the point of the game where it's like all the remaining nations are quite large. How about we start working on battle tanks? We have access to sophisticated tank technology, which is something most people do not. And we have a very powerful tank division at the moment.
Meal in weeks.
So we can try for something like that. Honestly, once we take the gateway, I'm probably going to have to pivot entirely towards the troll warren. The day of infamy, lest we forget when America betrayed us. Yeah, well, they are set off to block us out of the West Coast entirely. Revolutionary compliance. I guess we'll grab compliance. Growth speed would be good. One of our scav teams just went missing. We're gonna send a rescue team for sure. And then send out a power armor scav team. Our resistance is not bad. It's mostly staying below 10% everywhere. And compliance is doing shockingly really well already. I guess we get a lot of compliance really quickly. We armor these blimps up, put screens on Big Sisters. Like the Fallout 4 airship. Oh, the, yeah. Brother Maxim's airship. Using the homemade nuke launchers in the game, I could see them taking on a blimp. Yeah, I mean, they must have some weapons, but I don't know to what degree. What is a very good point, though, is we should probably... We're going to get an operative in 3 days, and I set to recruit one in the Troll Warren, so hopefully we can get a super mutant spy. In the meantime, let us to war. Yeah, you guys are exercising. That was a mistake. Whoops. Oh, we don't even need to do anything here. We're winning on every single one of these fronts. I'm pretty sure if we take Manifest North in the pass, we will win this instantly. Here's our operative. The Gateway, the Canadian People's Front, the Gateway, Middlemark, Cab Vultures, Kingdom of Manitoba, the Montana chapter of the Brotherhood, Standing Rock, Métis, Brotherhood, and the Troll Warren. He's a mad bomber. He's called Neil the Surgeon. Neil the Surgeon, you will go learn me what you can about these trolls. Because they got me worried right now. Okay, Passkeepers was annexed. Stilks Nation was also annexed. The Broken Coast took some of this land. Interesting. So there's a decent chance that the Broken Coast and Troll Warren end up in a fight.
Sir?
All right, let's have one of you go into Manifest North.
Hello, sir. Hello?
After extensive fighting with soldiers laying their lives down on both sides, the free fighters have lost their Mexican capital of Los Mochisos. Big war down in the south. Ejirco Mexicanos. A man of destiny. As well as the Provisional Republic of Texas. I believe this is Brotherhood. It is, for sure. Mostly it's El Jerco Mexicano got really big.
Sir?
We picked up rocket launchers. We'll grab some grenade rifles. Switch out these anti-tank rifles with rocket launchers. You gotta love to see that. Fallout World be wild as usual. Following enough in FL4, you can blow it up with Civil War mortars if you have the Minutemen fight the Brotherhood. Yeah. If you build all the mortars in the castle. Nice. Look at this. I didn't even try to do an encirclement and we got one.
Hello, sir.
How come you guys aren't moving forward? Did I forget to give you an offensive line? I could have sworn I had.
Hey.
But here we are. The power armor teams with the Gatling lasers. Very, very satisfying. Okay, that's the pass.
Hello, sir.
Let's have two of you and goes up to Cormorant.
Engaging.
One of you can go to Flin Flon. Whatever the heck that place is. Laser weapons, portable radios, and a whole bunch of other junk. We're just going to grab all of it, submit the demands. The gateway is finished. Now, these guys are going to be under the gateway, wasteland pacification, as well as the iron something or other. No, maybe they'll just be under the gateway. I guess they had cored enough of it. So, we do have super mutant armies on our borders now.
What's up?
So I'm going to start moving riflemen probably over here. I'll sort out exactly how I want them laid out. I'm kind of thinking like 4
Hello?
per section.
Hello, sir. What's up? Hello?
And then we have a handful of extra that we can use with whatever, say, tank division we go with. 8 left here.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
What if... See, I put spec ops there and I put tanks over here.
Hello, sir.
We also still have the Vanguard. You know what? Why don't I put the Vanguard here? And these remaining 8 riflemen
Hello?
can just get split up. on these lines. That's the wrong button.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
1, 2, 3, 4. Those guys go there.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
Those guys go there. 6, 6, 6. I'm more worried about the super mutant line, so we'll put 7 guys on each of those locations and guard them from coming in. Keep pouring random stuff. That ought to keep us a little bit busy. Yay, Flin Flon! Quest becomes available if you pee off the Brotherhood. Yeah. Can't decide with the Brotherhood or the Institute. I feel like I've played Fallout 4 for so many hundreds of hours and I've still never beat it. I still don't think I've ever actually visited the Institute. But I think it has a lot to do with the fact that every time I play it, I play on such crazy modded versions that trying to get across the Great Glowing Crater is an absolute nightmare. It's the nightmare that it feels like it should be. The Great Glowing Sea. And so when the main quest keeps forcing you to go back and forth across it a handful of times, it's just so aggravating. You guys are at war with Moose Jaw and the Métis. Yeah, that's fine. Capo Cola. Great name. You gotta love it. Hey, we got enough for another vehicle upgrade here. Recovery rate. Which leads me to a question. How is my tank division for 46 org? Could I give you another tank? I could. It'd drop me pretty close to 40 org, though, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Here's my CNC scrap bot, which is needed in all of them robot armies. Standing Rock is justifying a war against me. I'll take Unexpected for $20, Bob. You are in a fire council with the true cons. Okay.
Sir?
I mean, I can see why he thinks he'd be successful at that. Whitehorse is so far away.
Sir?
Spec Ops. Part of me just wants to put the Spec Ops on the front line. But I guess I'll keep them probably with the tanks. Maybe what we do is we move the Vanguard onto this line in general, and we pull the militia reserves out.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, how do I do that? I want all of them there, then I want half of those there and half of those there.
Hello, sir.
Strip the division line there. So this would be a tank spearhead, probably. Well, let's just say a tank offensive line to Here.
Sir? Hello?
A Spec Ops offensive line. To here. I don't share any of this river with them. Actually, I technically do, but I don't have a port here. If I had a port here, I could do a naval invasion with my Spec Ops teams all the way down this river and then back up here, and I could actually hit Whitehorse. How fast do you think I could build a port? Pretty fast. But I would also need boats. And that is not pretty fast. Especially because this area is like super not happy with me right now. And then Vanguard, you're also just going to pull a line from that direction. What's Standing Rock's army look like? 19 to 25k, all infantry. No airplanes. We're going to buy some red stag candles. I'm a bit low on manpower, so it says. I think that's a bit of a debatable question. Empire goes from Calgary to Winnipeg. Yeah, we've managed to absorb pretty much all of the prairies. We have a couple of small places. And we're right on the edge of the Rockies here, so... But I'm feeling comfy about that. We're dug in hard. Hudson Bay is back online. There's an economic zone. Which does remind me, we're actually going to need to check all of our economic zones. This is one thing that, with this mod, it doesn't tell you when nodes are ready to be upgraded. So you kind of have to like manually remember to go back and just check how everybody's doing. Yeah, like Brandon is almost ready to go. Let's go, Brandon. What are you thinking? What is this guy thinking? He's a tribal nation? You're up against the mighty might of the Canadian People's Front. And our advanced technology and power armor and tanks. Sophisticated tanks. What a foolish child. Can I sell you anything? Trucks. Sell you some trucks. State-sponsored leave. That's the mountain gulags. We're picking up slash and burn. We're almost through the focus tree.
Sir?
Here is another tank division for us. How long is this going to take to justify? The 22nd of September. 20 days they're going to be ready. Okay. Battleford Motors offers hula girls. Motorized speed, 10%. Ooh. That's good to know. We could also get this bonus for energy weapons here. The only problem with all those bonuses is that they remove your goodwill with all these people. I keep selling them basic weapons. Just to get our good vibes up with all the other companies. Same with the Elder Scrolls. Despite the collective thousands of hours, I've probably only officially finished them a handful of times. Yeah. Yeah, Skyrim I have like well over 1,000 hours in, I think. And I've only beaten it once. I've only beaten the main story once, but I've, you know, beaten what I consider to be the stories that are important to me many, many times over. Ooh, man. Okay, you guys can jump down to sporadic outposts. You guys can jump down to sporadic outposts. You guys can jump down to sporadic outposts. Wow, we complied this place extremely fast. Most of this was just done almost instantly. All right, we've pretty much completed the tech tree here. The only thing that we haven't done is things like foundry and purification stations, but I don't really find like I need this stuff. We seem to be producing more than enough of everything that we need. I need engine advancements to get assault airships. Okay. Noted. I am 10,000 common energy weapons behind. So be it. You will get more factories then, as we try to get our upgrades. Okay, I just put so many factories online. Another unit of vanguards for us. We got a bunch more blimps standing by. Rifleman, Spec Ops, tanks, Vanguard. Can I put one on the militia reserves? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then I guess a second group probably on the Vanguard? This is outrageous. Another group on Spec Ops and another group on the tanks. So I'm going to put the tanks together in an air group. I guess I will put the Spec Ops teams together in an air group. I will put the Vanguard squad in an air group. Vanguard blimps. Spec Op blimps. I don't really know that this matters that much, but tank blimps. And then I guess we might as well split the two of these guys into two different groups. Group and group. Militia blimps. And rifleman blimps. Great. Now we have all of our guys ready. End up getting usually into the guild stuff or the arena in Oblivion. Often, like, it's the guilds, it's civil war, or like I'll generally build a character with the intention, at least in something like Skyrim, with the intention of them doing something very specific. In the face of overwhelming pressure, the fragile ceasefire between the NCR and the long-beleaguered Western Brotherhood of Steel has collapsed. For the second time in recent history, laser fire illuminates Maxon as the NCR and Brotherhood mobilize for a full-scale war. Ooh, that's not good. This is Lost Hills. So the NCR just had a war basically bust out inside of them. What worries me is that the Troll Warren is going to go to war with NCR and then just take all that territory. scavenged power armor. Our power armor gets an upgrade. We also get night vision goggles, which is kind of nice. Some real bougie looking armor.
Hello, sir.
We get grenade rifles. Let's make sure our chems have an upgrade here, since they are super valuable. So now we have rocket launchers, grenade rifles, and Gatling lasers as support infantry. I'm gonna be pleased with that. We're still pumping out tank divisions like crazy. And the truth is that I could be pumping out a lot more. Standing Rock's war justification is finished. Mona is coming to visit. Following bloody skirmishes, reports from Red Sun City have confirmed that the Republic of Texas troops have conquered the headquarters of Lannis's military cohort. The Eastern Legion is falling to the Brotherhood over here. What is known is that the Legate's quarters in the eastern half of Red Sun City have been overrun. So that is pretty much the Legion done with. I'm curious whether or not this Brotherhood will go to war with NCR over Lost Hills. But one thing I know for certain is that these guys are going to war with us. And it looks like I don't have enough people on this line. Curious. Curious, 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 curious.
Hello?
Perhaps I should have kept my militia over here after all. A lot of this has very good defenses, so the fact that I'm getting overrun is crazy, but also they're coming at me with a massive army. I did not realize how big that army was. You know what? None of these guys are war justifying on me right now, so I'm going to take the riflemen and I'm going to move them on a smaller front line to just here. Did that actually move any of them? No divisions.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
20 divisions of riflemen. I'm getting really greedy with the size of this encirclement right now, and I don't know whether or not that's going to be wise for me. I gotta hold this river crossing. This is where all my stuff is.
Sir?
You guys just get in there, maybe back him up. A great political purge inside of Redmond was widespread and resulted in the cementing of power slowly within our great chairwoman. Outside of Redmond, the story wasn't as simple. Many former party commissars were either simply forgotten or spared from the never-ending rifle fire of the Blossoms. The remaining commissars were promised their lives in exchange for a pledge of loyalty to the chairwoman. The pledges, in reality, have only brought them a little bit of time. The rural commissars lord over their workers with grins on their faces and a heart apathetic to the revolution. The hearts shall soon be cured of this sickness through the unrelenting will of the Blossoms. Their fields will be freed from the corrupt and male-guided commissars. Let their once strong fiefdoms burn to the ground without mercy. Our big sister will spare none, as they had spared not a single worker from their unending corruption. Slash and burn. Daily political power minus, but mobilization speed and training time increase, as well as recruitable population. Or we could get stability and war support. Let's get this one. I don't love losing political power, but we do get some nice bonuses from it for other things. I gotta grab some more spies here and invest some stimulus packages, probably. spend some of our money. Yeah, I guess we could invest into the military academy. It's probably not a terrible idea. Give factories some tax breaks. Construction speed can be useful. I mean, all of these are useful at this point. That's part of the problem. How many caps do I have? 300. Maybe I'll just save some for purchasing stuff. Imagine if those blimps get defeated by a stiff breeze at the start of the war. Hey, thank you for reminding me that I have blimps. That, of course, I'm not using. This is probably why I'm losing so bad. Literally didn't have any of my blimps turned on. Last thing we want is our whole army getting wiped by a flu bug that the tribals have. I feel like we'll be okay on that. But I do gotta push them back to this point. Can I draw a fallback order in our own territory? I can. Maybe I'm just gonna do that for right now with these guys. No, I don't think that worked. I don't think that worked right. I don't know. It still exists. I just can't tell whether or not they'll push to the fallback line. But we can tell them once they're down there, so... regardless, we are, you know, winning on most of these fronts. And there's no way... I say there's no way. I'd be very surprised if they were able to grind through us. That being said, and I'm just realizing this now, they have MacArthur. So this is the Enclave's territory? Standing Rock actually has a very meaty empire. I think my only advantage is that because they're tribal, and they get a lot of recruitable population. They must have most of these focus trees down. Intermediate exploitation tech. Yeah, see, I'm on sophisticated tech, and they are just starting to unlock intermediate tech. So we should beat them in most of these fights. Right now, their big thing is that they're fighting like 5-1 in some of these locations. So I think with this war breaking out is where we should probably cut this video, because we're in a very, very tasty spot for it right now. There's a huge good war going on. You gotta love the look of it. So let's leave it at that. And I hope you'll come back and join us for the next one. Until then.